Hey guys, welcome to Bonehead Truckers. That guy's not Bonehead Truckers, and how come my sticker ain't there? I'm gonna make sure you get a sticker dooner. Welcome to Bonehead Truckers. This is a place where we make fun of the dumb stuff we see out here on the road. So if you like this kind of garbage, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that like button, do all that YouTube stuff. We are going to cover this, okay? This is absolutely huge. This affects all of us for the good, and man, some of the things that Sean Duffy, the Secretary of Department of Transportation, some of the things he said on here, I did not expect. So let's take a listen.
Tell us what you're doing with this Pro Trucker package. It sounds exciting.
Yeah. So by the way, this is just the start, right? We've been here for 5.5 months. Had to process information and go, okay, now how can we impact the real lives of truckers? So, number one, I consistently hear how truck parking is such a massive problem. It's a safety issue. Truckers spend way too much time, their valuable time, looking for parking. So we have a $175 million grant program going out right now to expand truck parking. By the way, this is just the start. So we can expand parking for our truckers who are on the road. That's number one.
Okay, so right there, I want to talk about truck parking real quick, okay? We've talked about it here. It should be free for truck drivers. We should have free parking. If you're going to mandate truck drivers to have a 10-hour break every day, we need a place to park. And having all these people out here charging and getting rich off of our problem, okay, I have an issue with. And so if the government forces us to pull over, we need a place to pull over. Well, this is a great start.
Number two, the last administration had a proposed rule for speed limiters, right? They wanted to mandate that on the industry. Listen, I think it's a safety issue. We are going to roll speed limiters back, right? We're not going to move forward with that rule. Again, whether you can travel the speed of traffic or you need to pass someone, I think it's dangerous to have those speed limiters in place. So we're not going to move forward with that rule. We're going to kill it.
They're going to have hold on, little applause for that one, little cowbell for that one, because a lot of people have been fighting for that one.
Oh my gosh, this is so huge, because we've been warned about speed limiters. They're coming. Well, guess what? At least for the next 4 years here, we ain't got speed limiters. As long as we have an administration like this, we do not have speed limiters, which is perfect. And he's going to go on to acknowledge the reasons why. But I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, all the trucks doing 65, and by the way, they're not going to go all exactly 65. It'd be like 65.1, 64.9, okay? And then, oh my gosh, what a congestion and unsafe it is, okay? So no speed limiters. And he said, freaking kill it. I love it. It's such common sense. He goes on and explains the reason why, which is common sense. Let's listen.
Yeah, no, listen, we've heard the concerns of the industry for sure. So again, we're killing that rule. And then, listen, I hear this and you hear this a lot, the double brokering issue, the fraud in the industry.
Ooh, bad. It's bad.
But really, that's an issue that we've been talking about and thinking about for months. It's challenging, right?
All right, so what he's talking about is double brokering, and we don't talk that much about double brokering here that much, but you see the fraud that's going on out there. You guys, you send me pictures all the time. You send me video of people changing their DOT numbers. They have little magnets, freaking pieces of paper with all their, just changing DOT numbers, just like that. We've shown accidents on here that, with proof that that's actually going on. Happens with FedEx. It happens with Amazon. I'm not saying that those companies do it, but the people contracted to those companies do it. And that's the reason why you get people from different countries that run over people. That's where, where I come in, where I'm showing you guys what's going on. Double brokering is a big freaking thing, much bigger much broader than what I just told you guys about. And there's other channels that cover that.
And I got one question on the front. So like in here, there's always these memes, right? Like Glendale, right? You could do like real world Glendale and it would be a whole bunch of double brokers. And we know about the virtual addresses. Is this going to start looking at that, cracking down on it, the selling of MC numbers, some of the stuff that allows all this stuff? And I really, the focus on there's so much that can be done.
100%. And so sometimes to the naked eye, it can be challenging. We have great AI tools that I think would bring us light years ahead in seeing the fraud in the industry. So we've deployed those AI tools in other parts of DOT. We're going to deploy them here so we can more easily see the fraud and the patterns of fraud and root it out. Yeah, so 100% we're going to do that.
Sean, one thing that has been big on with freight theft, some of these freight theft rings, some of all these things actually starting to be addressed already is the English language proficiency that you're doing, but you also are going even further. And this is something groups like AWIDA and American Truckers United have been yelling about all year. It's the non-domiciled commercial driver's license. What actions are you taking?
Yeah, so we are digging into that. Here it becomes multi-agency to address this. But again, I want American truckers on American roads. That's what I want. Again, these are great paying American jobs. It keeps our economy moving, our products moving, and I think there's been, for a non-technical term, it's a little loosey-goosey in regard to non-domiciled CDLs, international CDLs, the issue of cabotage. I think there's a lot of there's a lot of fraud at play. And so we have to work with other agencies, but we're going to crack down on the non-domiciled CDLs and the international CDLs and the cabotage issue, which again, I think is undermining the industry, undermining American drivers. And by the way, listen, if you listen to President Trump, it's America first. I want to put our American truck drivers first. And that means we look at what's happening with the non-domiciled CDLs.
God bless that. And it's a sensitive market. I'm sure you're aware how the freight market works, capacity and demand. And the more workers you put in there and the less vetting you do, the more it drives it down. Now, it says here there's going to be a nationwide audit of states issuing these non-domiciled CDLs. How is that going to work in action?
Well, again, before we make rules, we actually have to have data. We have to have the information. So we're going to start the audit process with regard to, not just the non-domiciled CDLs, but the international CDLs as well. And once we get that data, then we can assess it and move forward with what rules have to be implemented to make sure we're addressing the issue. But again, when we don't have the data, the last administration didn't give a damn.
No kidding.
There was no. They were letting everyone in, and then giving work permits, green cards, and then let people come in and go get CDLs and compete with American drivers. They were the problem. And now we have to look at the data and go, how do we unwind this? Mm-hmm. How do we put rules in place to protect the American driver, not the international driver?
Absolutely huge what he just said. They're going to audit. Now, obviously, this is going to take time. I wish that they just make a rule. Okay, I mean, in a perfect world, I just go make a rule saying, hey, only American citizens can drive a truck. All right, show your proof that you're an American citizen. I mean, hey, that's, but they got to do all this other stuff like an audit. At least we're going to have numbers, because a lot of people have asked me, what are the numbers? How many people? And people think I've seen the numbers. Well, I mean, the Department of Transportation Secretary sit there and says there is no numbers on this, right? So anyway, what a huge thing right here with all these things that were just being said. Truck parking, all right? Speed limiters, but this is the biggest one. What he's, and the double brokering with all the multiple addresses and stuff like that. Make trucking great again. Listen, this is an excellent time. You see a lot of us coming together, right? You see, obviously here on the YouTube side, you see Bonehead Truckers, you see Mother Trucker News, you have Trucking Resources, and a lot of other people making videos about this. And then you add in all these other platforms on X, right? Like the Disrespected Trucker, people like that. American Truckers United and OIDA. I'm like, hey, like, here's the deal. Now, OI to Todd Spencer, they're kind of the old guard. They've been doing things the old way for a long time, and they're slow. I get it. And I've been frustrated with OIDA for many years. I would be a member and not be a member, and be a member and not be a member. Well, a couple months ago, once I saw that they showed some action, they're like, hey, hang on, guys. We're waking up over here in Missouri, over here at OIDA. We're finally waking up over here, old Todd Spencer. Listen, I got my OIDA membership for 2 years, 2 or 3. I forgot how much I did. And doggone, I'm an OIDA member just for the fact that they're actually doing something, okay? Obviously, American Truckers United, these are the guys. American Truckers United are the guys that are just going out there on their own, right? They're just going out there and doing it. Not sit there, oh, we got to have a board meeting, okay? They just go out there and do it, all right? You see all these people in social media coming together, truck drivers from around the country. When I was at the Bonehead Truckers show, we had a whole bunch of us sitting there the first day, sitting underneath a freaking tent, and we're sitting there talking about what we need to do. I mean, freaking truck drivers. They're like, so kind of in a way, I'm a voice, right? I'm a voice of, what I believe and all that. Just like Alex, Mother Trucking News, he's a voice. Now, he doesn't get on the advocacy as much as I do. He doesn't get on rants like I do. But, hey, he has his position and he shares it, right? He shares stuff like this. I guarantee you he's going to share this. Dooner has a great freaking audience here. I appreciate you. I don't know why you ain't got no Bonehead Trucker sticker in there. We're going to have to work on that. But anyway, what do you guys think about this? Isn't this huge? Like, when was the last time? You guys have been out here for a long time like I have. When was the last time you had an administration that has actually talked pro-trucker like this administration has? I mean, think about it. I'm talking about you old-timers. Okay? How long has it been since we're sitting here talking about make trucking great again? Every time these politicians get out here, all they have been doing is just working against us. Okay? And now it seems like these guys are on our side, getting these guys out of trucks that don't belong in trucks. Okay? These people from foreign countries coming over here and bringing their bad ways of trucking. They're untrained. They're not trained to the standards that American truckers have been. Okay, like all you guys have been. I have been. I mean, we're trained. We're thoroughly trained. We know what signs. We know etiquette. We know all this stuff. These drivers aren't. I'm telling you guys, what an amazing time to be in trucking. All right, the work is far from over. I got another video coming out talking about weigh stations and all that. I'll be posting that here within the next day or so. I'm just sitting there saying the work is not over, but we are getting somewhere, guys. I appreciate you guys watching Bonehead Truckers. And again, thank you, Dooner, for allowing me to do this. Well, I didn't ask you. I just did it. But by the way, go and watch the whole thing because he does say more. He does say more in this interview. I just cut out the highlights, okay? So go watch What the Truck on Freight Waves and Sirius XM X, podcast, YouTube, all sorts of places where What the Truck is located. All right, guys. Bonehead Truckers, we gone.